We got Trump. We got Keisha. We got Mama Keisha.
Check.
We got the school systems and all that. So we
I
gonna
don't
jump
know all
on right
that's on
on
our
into
agenda,
it.
but let's go. Let's go. Tell me when we're ready. Are we live? When we know when we're live, Mr. Lemuel Moore.
All right, hit the record button.
That's our engineer back there,
Hi.
Mr. Lemuel Moore,
Yes,
Lemuel Moore, the
19.
the 19th, like Louis the
The
19th.
19th.
Got my cameras.
All right, we are hot. All right,
We are.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
What up, people? Welcome back to another Thursday night live with the Three Clarks podcast. My name is Dwayne Clark,
I'm Shantae Clark.
And I'm Jeffrey Clark.
and we are the Three Clarks podcast, talking about stuff going on in the world, what's happening, what's going on with people. You know, delving in all these subjects that happened over the weekend. This has been a busy week. Today's actually been a busy day. It's been a busy day. It's not even a busy week. It's been a busy day. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world that we're going to talk about. So, hey, let's delve in and talk about this. So, we're going to talk about the entertainment industry first before we get into politics and the stuff going on in the world. So, let's talk about Will and Jada.
Not willing.
The entanglement.
The entanglement.
I'm so tired of hearing that word.
Well, first of all, like when you watch Red Table Talk and you see like when she brought it up and she was talking about, she was like, well, yeah, you know, it was 4 years ago and they were thinking about, you know, getting divorced or separated or whatever. And then August was already there because of some kind of condition that he had and has, and they were helping him out. And then the entanglement, as she calls it, happens, and Will even like laughs at her. He's like, the entanglement? The entanglement? And he's like, yeah, the entanglement. And I'm like, oh, Lord. So, you know, I don't know.
Entanglement.
So, okay.
That's what the word on the internet is. Everything's an entanglement. Even Will said an entanglement.
So my question is, okay, if you separated, is it okay for you to then get in an entanglement? Is it cheating
So,
if you're separated?
I had a thought about this week. So, and a lot of people are like, oh, she shouldn't have did da. So, when somebody's married or whatever goes on between, whatever they agree on, that's what is allowed between them two. So they probably had an agreement, like if we're separated, whatever, they were broken up or whatever.
They were separated.
He had that situation. I'm sure he probably had a situation. Everybody
Yeah, they alluded to that. If you watch the interview, he's like, well, you know, get you back. I thought you got me back enough. That's what she said.
Right.
But they never alluded to what he did. So we
Right.
know.
She was like, okay, calm down. I'm pretty sure you got me back enough.
Yeah, so it was like an entanglement.
Yeah,
So I see a lot of people talk about, she cheated, women cheat. Man, black men don't cheat and all that
Black
stuff.
men don't cheat.
Oh yeah, you hear
Oh,
something? You ever heard
yeah,
something?
I know you ain't say that, John.
Rumor from.
Y'all be the main ones.
Whatever. So,
Now, I ain't saying women ain't trifling, but I'm just saying y'all trifling too, so don't be trying to act like you not.
whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. So entanglement.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just trying to understand with Will and Jada. They got some secret stuff going on that people don't know about.
Oh, Lord.
And you know, that's their personal business.
Correct.
They have that agreement on what, and people want to say, oh, they have this marriage, they have that kind of marriage. We don't know what they got going on.
I know, because on the Red Table Talk, she was like, people always trying to say that we have this agreement and that you allowed me to do this, or she was like, you didn't allow me to do anything.
My body.
She was like, the only person who can allow me to do something is me. Go ahead, Jada. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it real.
Keep it real.
So, Dwayne, what do you think about the entanglement? Because So
They was separated.
So if you separated,
They separated.
no. If you separated,
Uh-oh.
Cause they separated.
Can you, my friend, have an entanglement, and you think I'd be okay with that?
On to the next subject. I'm not getting cut for nobody out here. I'm sorry. I don't care what your entanglement is. I might be living in my mama's house, but she still keeping tabs on me. Rachel, what your daddy do? I want to know. We just separated. This entanglement. So I don't know what's going on. This entanglement they got going on. So.
Investigator.
That's all right, cause your mama ain't gonna let you do nothing. I'm be like, go live with your mama, and I'm gonna call your mama every day.
Whatever.
What Dwayne over there doing?
Whatever.
She be like, oh, you know. I'm getting him in line.
So in entertainment
Uh-huh.
news, in other entertainment news, Black Lives and the social injustice movement is helping out more and more stuff going on. We got
No idea.
we
We have no
got
audio?
No.
Awesome.
Idea's back. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
so we got on TV
On TV.
Black
Lives.
Lives. I'm following people. Give me a second here.
Black
I'm
Lives
reading my notes. So on TV, one of my shows, Batwoman, just cast the first live action black woman to play Batwoman on TV or in
Well,
a
what
movie
about
or anything.
Holly?
She was Catwoman, baby. Catwoman.
Same
Catwoman.
thing.
Keep up with the comic books.
Catwoman, Batwoman, it's
There's
all
a
the
difference.
same
There's a difference.
thing. It's
So that
all
being
the
said,
same.
with her being cast as Catwoman, everybody's uproar who's going to be cast as Storm. Because I didn't. Everybody thinks Storm is going to be in the next Black Panther. Because in the comic books, Storm and Black Panther actually got married. And
Yeah,
I think they had a relationship and got married. I don't know if they had kids or whatever.
Yeah,
So
right.
for all those nerds out there that like comic books, you know, we're just talking. You know, we're staying on the entertainment scene.
Yeah.
What do you think? They talking about, okay, Halle Berry put up her old pictures of Storm, which, you know, she was the original, so so far she's the best. The young girl, Alexander Shipp, she did it in the new one. She was okay.
Yeah.
But now they want to see if Janelle Monáe is talking about she wants the role to play Storm.
I think she can do it. She's a great actor.
Yeah. What is Janelle Monáe, is she the next, who I'm thinking about, is she the next Marky Mark? Or who else I can go?
No, well, first of
2000,
all,
'cause,
okay.
you know, go from music. Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
J Hud.
Jay Hud take it to the next level. She probably the best at it to go from.
Jamie Foxx! What y'all
Jamie
talking
Foxx
about?
too. Okay, Jamie
What the
Foxx.
hell?
No, hold on. Jamie Foxx didn't start as Jamie Foxx started as a comedian,
Yeah.
and then went acting. I'm talking about straight singer to actor. So Jay
Straight
Hud is probably
singer to
straight singer, and then you transition to an actor.
Straight singer to actor.
But you dabble, go back into your music every now and then. That's Janelle Monáe is doing it right. I think she's doing it.
Yeah, but she, I mean, okay, so let's say physically fit, yes. I think that
She can get it right.
No, she got a bomb body. What you talking about? Have you seen Baby bend over, do that yoga? Have you seen that video? She banging in that video, okay?
I've seen it.
Engineer has seen it. Let her help.
Look, she banging in that
I'm
video.
gonna do some research later on tonight, and I'm gonna watch that video.
With the door closed.
With the door closed. Oh my God.
I'm busy.
I'm busy
I'm
watching
busy.
casting. So,
Okay, so first of all, she is definitely banging.
Uh-huh.
Her body is on point. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I think she's a pretty good actor, but I'm gonna say I'm not sure if she's like an action star.
well, she has this new show on Prime Video called Homecoming, which originally the original star of it was Julia Roberts. which is
Oh
a black
yes,
guy. So,
and it was so boring when she was on there.
and then I know the second season is starring Janelle Monáe. I haven't watched the second season yet. I watched the first season, which ended kind of stupidly, so I'm kind of irritated. That's why I haven't watched the second season yet.
Was
But
she in Antebellum?
that hasn't come out
It
yet.
hasn't.
It's only been trailers. It's only been trailers because it was supposed to come out.
I mean, but
a
that's
lot of
kinda
movies got
like-
pushed back.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of like when Rihanna was trying to be on the submarine or whatever. I was
Battleship.
like,
Wait a minute. I like Rihanna.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
I like
Talking
Rihanna
about my girl
too.
like that.
Look, I like Rihanna
She
too.
did good in what's that? Ocean's 8. Ocean's 8 with the girl. She did good in that.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, she kind of got like this like raw exterior. Janelle Monáe does not have that raw exterior going on for her. That's why I feel like I don't know. I don't think that's a good match.
What? Janelle Monáe as Storm? Or
Uh-uh,
Rihanna? Rihanna's trying to get the job too now.
Nah, I think they need to get like the girl from Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's who
I
they
can't
need to
get her
the
name
girl
right
from-
now, but
or
yeah.
they need to get Megan Good, but Megan Good just need to turn down the hood just a little bit.
Well, Megan Good playing a superhero already. She's already playing in. She was in Shazam.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, she's one of the kids, Shazam, you know, that was a surprise. You know, I liked that movie at the end. That was cool. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's how it goes. So, sticking with entertainment, you know, Mr. T.I., Mr. Expeditiously, Challenge 50 was challenging 50 Cent to a versus.
I'm gonna
What that
say that I feel like T.I. got a lot more hits than 50.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he got more. I think
He got more hits
T.I.
than
got
50.
more party anthems. T.I. is a more
Yeah.
party
Yeah.
anthem type person.
Yeah,
50 is more like, I'm just chill and smoke some music.
I don't know about that. He
versus-
got more gangster music.
Yeah. this
Have you
song
ever
is one
listened
time.
to 50 Cent?
I have listened to 50 Cent.
Have you listened to the whole album or you just listened to the
50
radio
Cent.
cuts? I
50.
mean, I like 50 Cent.
It's
I
good.
like him, but T.I. got more hits.
T.I. do got more hits. I mean, hands down, that wouldn't even be no competition.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be.
Like I think the best matchup they had with like hit for hit probably had to be the John Legend and Alicia Keys. Cause they was going hit for hit. And
I'm sorry. I am sorry. Bone Tequila Mini Man
oh,
was the best verses ever in history. Get the patois on you. The best
I'm
one in
singing.
history was the Beanie and Bone Tequila had the best internet with Digicel.
Oh God.
So that's all I got to say about that. That was the best one. So,
So now you see he's connecting with his Jamaican roots.
big up,
I just got a story about
big
that.
up, Beanie Man.
Because first of all, we went on vacation to Jamaica one year, right?
Is it the first year?
It was the first year.
So that was my 29th birthday. We
The
had
29th
just
birthday,
reconnected.
and Lim was
No,
there.
don't go there. Don't bring that up.
All right, yes, it is. I want to
I wasn't even gonna talk about that. I wasn't even gonna talk about how somebody was lit.
That's not even part of the subject. Let's stay on subject. Stay on subject.
We weren't even gonna talk about how our engineer back there had one too many drinks. And he was done. He was done, dog.
But we digress. That's another subject for
But
another day.
anyway, so I was
Really?
in one room and Dwayne was in the other room, right? And like I knew he was Caribbean or whatever. He was like, I'm going to visit my dad and all this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. So he talked one way when he in America, okay? But when he get to Jamaica, it's like this whole new accent. And I'm like, gosh, there's somebody in the other room that sounds just like Dwayne. But he got a Caribbean accent.
Called patois. It's
I'm
called
like, what the
patois.
hell? It's like, I go in there, he acted like he'd have just jumped off of the damn boat from Jamaica.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just-
Okay.
I go to Jamaica and you just hang with your people.
And you just are. You just be.
It's just natural. You wanna talk on everybody's dialect. It's like when
Yeah.
when you're in corporate, you want to talk a certain way. When you
Oh,
speak
so-
with your homies, you talk a certain way.
So when I'm in
When
Alabama,
you
I
go
just get more country.
Exactly. That's
Oh.
all it is. You just get country when you get to Alabama.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Got
That's
that
all it
country
is.
grammar.
So I just want to say, rest in peace to the young ladies, Naya Rivera and Kelly Preston. Tragedy, what happened to that young lady? But I didn't know that Kelly Preston, who's John Travolta's wife, she died of breast cancer, which, you know, everybody knows who John Travolta is. Kelly Preston, you know who she is too. You've seen her in a few movies. But Naya Rivera, you know, but I'll say rest in peace. Tragic accident, swimming with her child. But the thing about it I wanted to mention is like, when I started seeing her career, I didn't realize she's been acting since she was like 4 years old. She was in Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yeah, she was.
What was she doing in Family Matters?
She was in Family. She was the girlfriend of the little boy for the
girlfriend of the little boy.
the little boy in Family Matters.
What little boy?
Richie, his little girl. She
Richie.
played some episodes in that.
What character was that?
She was. I think she was even. She did a couple episodes of the Cosbys. I think.
The Cosby.
And then she had a show that lasted one season with Red Fox and Della Reese.
What?
Yeah, she had a lot of acting credits to her name, and then not including her recent stuff like Glee and stuff, Devious Maze and stuff like that. She had a lot of stuff when she was a kid. So I was like, rest in peace to the beautiful young soul. Sorry to lose somebody so young. So just want to touch on that. You know, always want to pay respect to people that pass away. But
Well, here's the thing. If you're gonna pass, just thankfully it's not like scandalous. Cause you hate to hear those movie stars that passed because they OD'd or they were depressed or they were this and they were that. I'm just glad that it was just a freak accident.
yeah. I mean,
You know.
Kelly Preston, you know, breast cancer, that's a tragedy, you know.
Right.
The peace
Cause
out to their
then
families.
you could be sad. You know what I'm saying? Instead of be feeling like crazy or whatever.
Somebody saying about audio. Audio not sounding good going in. So,
Turn the
that
mics
being
down.
said, turn the mic, check the board. So, that being said, we're going to delve into the sports arena. So, we know that the Washington Redskins have finally decided after 87 years to change their name.
After 87 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But their mascot, if you don't know, their mascot is of an Indian man, you know, Redskins. It's very racist, you know. How your mascot gonna be another race? That's your mascot.
So, what makes it racist? That's what I want to know. It's racist because it's an Indian?
The name of the team is the Washington
Redskins.
So,
Yeah,
so
it makes
is
it-
Redskin
It's
like
racist because it's
racist?
It's dehumanizing because it's a person. It's racist because it's a Native American.
That's like the Detroit Blackskins
Yeah.
or the Ghana Blackskins.
Yeah,
The Denver Darkies. Yeah.
something like
Denver Darkies.
that. So
That's gotta be a
that's
black
why.
dude.
Oh shit.
You can't have
The
that.
Denver Darkies.
Yeah.
That's why it makes it a little bit racist. So, you know, but I just saw a news report pop up on my phone just recently that now the Washington Redskins got 15 women that came forward from their
I saw that.
department talking about sexual harassment and from
sick.
2019.
Oh.
They've been having issues, so they try
But
to.
you know, this is my thing. I don't think that there's any industry, not any industry, that you're not gonna find that there's always somebody greasy granddaddy rubbing up against some young tenderoni. So I just don't understand really, to be honest. So anyway, as we continue volume on the show.
Yeah, somebody old dirty grandpa.
But well, my sister says didn't a Native American draw the original logo?
I don't know. I don't know if a Native American draw the original logo. It
Yeah,
could be.
It was based off of a Native American. That I guess
So
he- his
okay,
picture.
so the Native American drew the logo, but he ain't know that they was gonna call the team Redskins. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
So could it be
I guess we need to do Uncle Michael research and figure that out.
Lord Uncle Michael? With
That's what I'm gonna call. That's our segment. Uncle Michael research. That's what we're gonna start calling Uncle Michael
Uncle
research.
Michael
Research.
research.
So
And what if it's like an Uncle Tom, like
Indian cat. You know, like you got like
Yeah.
Herman Cain.
Okay.
Herman Cain is black, but he ain't one of us.
Oh, well.
Maybe it was one of the Indian cats that was like a
Yeah.
Herman Cain, and he wasn't one of them, and he wrote the logo because he got paid.
And all the other ones were like, what
Oh.
are you
Whoa,
doing,
cuz
bro?
you messing with the culture.
Come on.
Whoa, cuz.
You're messing with the culture.
Yeah,
Exactly. That
They've
came
been
with the
trying
situation.
to change it for like a long time.
yeah, long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. They were trying to get it done, and they finally got it done. 2020, with all the stuff going on. So,
But I mean, can Black Lives Matter like kind of have their movement for a moment? Why everybody got to jump on our wave? Okay, let me stop. Am I getting
it's
too politically
it's social
incorrect?
injustice. So we're trying to say, well, we need to get the Black lives first.
Right, because we the ones who been prosecuted the most.
But the thing is, everybody's calling out racism everywhere, from Asian people
But
to
they wasn't here.
Jewish people,
Look,
anti-Semitic.
look, they was not here when we was out there farming and tilling the thing and say, yes, a master. They was not there when that was happening.
That is correct.
Where
That
was
is
the
one.
Asian people when that was happening?
They-
Where was the Jews when that was happening? All right, then. I'm sick of it.
I'm not trying to get canceled. So
Yeah.
On to the next
Who
subject.
gonna cancel me?
all right, let's get
Who
political.
gonna check me, boo?
Let's get okay. Sticking with entertainment and political. Nicholas J. Cannon.
Nicholas?
Yeah, Nicholas J. Cannon.
Nicholas? Why you got that man whole name?
Cause he got canceled.
He's still on what's that show?
Mass singer.
The Man Singer. He still got a check.
So
He
that's,
still got a checker.
yeah, he did.
Still doing that?
Yeah, he did. Cause they
They
said
said he still.
they said they're
does.
gonna
Okay.
stick with him because he issued his apology
Okay.
and they're gonna stick with him.
Okay.
Viacom said that he wasn't willing to do an apology. That's why they canceled him.
Okay.
So I think the fight now is really on his hit show Wild 'N Out, which is one of my favorite shows.
I know.
I love Wild 'N Out.
I
Those
can
was
tell you
roast.
this, like when Dwayne be in a bad mood, just turn on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, I just turned on
He
Wild.
get in a better mood instantly.
Listen,
Yeah.
Wild 'N Out, if I'm just to take
It's
a
funny.
wild guess, that's probably the most money-making show that they have on MTV, maybe.
And well, it's VH1 now. They moved to VH1, but I think so.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
they
what needs
they
to
just renewed it for
happen,
3 more seasons.
black people, if you really want to support Nick Cannon, they cancel him as the host. Don't watch it.
Well, I think a lot of the
And show your support for that brother who is always standing up and saying what he
Ain't
needs to
nobody
say.
gonna watch that show if he.
he's not really on it. I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
no in that. Okay, so
And then he gets all the big stars because they his friends.
And then
Correct.
They're gonna go on there after.
So
he's
in
gone.
actuality, he was planning on stepping away because he said him and DC Young Fly had talked, and DC Young Fly was the next up and coming star. So he was going to turn it over to him and say Nick Cannon presents Wild 'N Out with your host DC Young Fly.
But that would have been fine.
But now they want to take. Of course, they're going to probably. I don't know what they're going to do, but they may take his name and keep the show. But he's fighting for ownership because he wants his ownership back. He's saying, "I want." He said, "If y'all gonna do this to me, just give me my full ownership of
He
Wild
made
and
a
Out."
deal with the devil.
Because if he goes to own or Diddy station like that,
Revolt.
that would.
But
be,
what
that
channel is
would be
Revolt?
big.
What channel is Revolt on?
I'm sorry, Diddy. I don't watch Revolt.
Sorry.
What channel
I'm
is
too old to
Revolt?
watch music videos. I don't know.
You don't know what channel Revolt is on?
Nobody knows.
Does
Revolt.
do y'all
YouTube?
know what
YouTube?
channel
To-
that Revolt is
Everybody know
on?
what channel Revolt is on.
Breakfast Club.
Please tell us.
Please tell me what channel Revolt is on.
Yeah, if y'all know about Revolt, please let us know.
Please let us know and tell us what
Because
channel.
honestly, only thing on, well, I don't know about VH1, but only thing on MTV, they got 3 shows.
Okay,
They got Ridiculousness,
don't watch it.
Catfish.
Catfish,
Don't
That's
watch
your
it.
show.
and the Jersey Shore joint.
Don't watch
That's
Jersey
in-
Shore.
Yeah, they have
Oh.
something on. I
Ever
watch
s-
Ridiculousness.
Ever
That's
since
about it.
MTV stopped with
So-
music videos and stopped with Rap City, not Rap City.
Rap
I'm sorry. Yo MTV Raps.
MTV
Yo
Raps,
MTV
yeah.
Raps. I don't think
Yeah.
I really watch MTV like that.
Nobody really watch it.
First of
'Cause
all,
they don't play
no,
music
they
videos.
got the teenage mom.
I haven't seen that.
I
on
think-
that. I don't.
Have fun.
Why do I watch teenagers
Teen mom.
acting crazy with
Yeah, I don't-
kids?
Teenage mom
And I actually stopped watching reality shows because of, I used to, my only reality show I used to have was really
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
And the reason I stayed with the Real Housewives of Atlanta because I knew some of the people, I've met them in person, and I was, not really supporting, but I I knew them.
But the thing is like,
And then I knew the slam marks.
It's so fake bake. It is like ridiculous. Because how can you have a reality show but you do 25 takes?
It's not real. It's
Yeah.
that's all that's on VH1 now. I don't even watch that channel.
Yeah, so it just made no sense. But we getting off subject. We were talking about Nick Cannon.
But
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So get back. Come on, let's
So
go.
let me just put this out there. First of all, Nick Cannon, I need you to look at Anthony Anderson and Steve Harvey. They always got stuff that they want to say, but you see them hold it back. Even Michael Strahan.
Steve says it on his radio show. Though. Steve, what he said when on the radio show.
Right, because he owned that. He can't get fired from that.
He can, but I'm just
No,
saying.
he's the one that
He
got
doesn't
it
say
syndicated.
anything. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Right.
Go
He
ahead.
created, he owned it, he been in the game a lot longer. He should have went to his homeboy and asked him what he need to say, what he don't need to say. So right now, Nick Cannon, he's 39?
Yeah, I think he's 39, 38.
39, so he just making under 40-year-old mistakes
Listen,
right now. That's what that is.
One thing I know you can't say on any radio station or any TV channel is anything anti-Semitic. They will get you
Yes.
gone. You can't say that no matter who you are.
Well, no, and my point, you're right.
Uh,
But my point to the show is, I said stay on message. Our show is stay on message, and he was trying to get across more of the Black Lives, Black Power movement, getting black social injustice on black people. So talking bad about another race or another religion, it diverges from the message. We're trying to build up Black lives. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want you to do. They want you to build Black lives as a racist, discriminatory group. We don't want Black lives is just trying to make sure Black lives see the light of day, get their just dues. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to bring down any other race. So that's why he had to stay on message. So Nick, you kind of, I didn't watch your whole interview with Professor Grill, but you just got to stay on message. You're doing a good job supporting the Black Lives Movement, getting out there, being on the streets as a celebrity, and building awareness. But you just got to stay away from bringing down any other group. Don't bring down any other group. Bring up us.
But you know what makes me really kind of pissed off about the whole situation is not everybody always says and does the right thing every single time you open your mouth and say something. So I just feel like that was real whack for them to be like, oh, cancel everything that he has because he made one mistake.
Yeah.
Anybody could make a mistake saying something. That's so stupid. And that's a way that they hold you down.
Yeah.
That's a way to control you.
And then, you're right. And then we're using that against other people because what's the girl on NBC, Megyn Kelly? She was talking about blackface. They'll say, well, blackface. I don't see anything wrong with blackface on Halloween, and they cancel. I don't think they should have canceled over that. Maybe she issued an apology. Blackface on Halloween.
She got fired, or
She didn't get fired. She just took her show away.
Okay.
They kept her on NBC because they gave her a big old contract and she got paid. She's got another show. I think she's on MSNBC now, but
Okay.
it's just the point where she like blackface. I don't see nothing wrong with blackface, especially if it's a Halloween costume.
Right, but all they had to do was sit down and talk to her about it, and she have the opportunity to say, okay, this is, I didn't understand how that was affecting people or whatever, and people have the right to their opinion. I could have swore this was freedom of speech.
Yeah. So
in America, but clearly it's not, because you can't just say whatever. You're gonna get fired or lose your contract, lose your
you're
job.
free to say what you want. It's just the consequences that may come after.
Well, yeah, I guess that's.
that's the only thing I think. I think people going too far. The cancel culture is gone too far.
It's
gone too far.
They
The cancel culture, I like that.
That's what they call it now.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, cancel culture's gone too far because they go back and look at people's history. They try to find any little thing they did
Right.
20,
you
30
was
years ago.
10 years old and you was You put up your middle finger.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cancel.
Because they pulled somebody up. I think somebody had a Dukes of Hazzard birthday cake. They had a birthday cake with the rebel flag on it.
Really?
And I think they tried to cancel that. I can't remember who it was. They tried to cancel that person.
But my whole
But they
thing
said
is
my birthday theme was Dukes of Hazzard.
I like Dukes of Hazzard.
I like Dukes of Hazzard too. I didn't know nothing about the flag. I was
I
in
didn't
Florida.
know.
My parents were
Well,
Jamaican.
Full disclosure, I had a Dukes of Hazzard t-shirt.
Exactly.
Hey.
Nobody
You didn't
knew.
know.
Right. And then my thing is, okay. First of all, you okay, so you doing all of that, but it's okay for y'all to have little kids in movies cussing?
Huh?
Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay.
Of course you gonna say you lost.
I'm lost. I thought we talking about cancel culture and like the stuff you did in the back, but you talking about kids and movies cussing. What they got to do with what we talking about?
Because they want to cancel everything else because they don't think it's appropriate.
Okay.
So can I break it down for you? I don't think little kids cussing on TV is appropriate. Where
Mm-hmm.
they write a script and the kids got to say all these little cuss words and saying booty and you know ass and
Booty.
and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't gonna get raunchy.
I thought that's like entertainment. That's just movies, not in their personal. They cancel people off of stuff they do in their personal life, not stuff they do in their
Well, I'm talking about the writers. Why would the writers be able to continue to create stuff like that?
children. It's a movie. It's for entertainment
Okay.
purposes only.
All right, so that's fine. So you think that's fine, and anybody can do whatever they want then? You trying to make me feel stupid?
I don't see how
No.
I'm not trying to make. I'm trying to see the correlation for somebody saying wearing a KKK costume on Halloween in their real life to a writer writing them a script saying a 12-year-old kid saying "kiss my ass." I don't understand the correlation. I'm trying to get. I'm asking
Okay,
you.
well move on since you don't get it.
Lord have mercy. Lord, I got to deal with this when I get home, people.
No, you ain't got to deal with that.
Yes, I do. Yes,
no,
I do.
you ain't got to
Okay.
deal with that.
All right. Okay. So we're
Deal
entertainment.
with yourself.
We've done entertainment. So let's go to politics. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Politics.
So I'm gonna say this. It was funny how it was such a big deal that your president was at Walter Reed and he wore a mask.
Why is that a big deal? That's what he should be doing.
Exactly. It's a big deal that he wore a mask, but all these news, y'all gotta get it situated. Come on now. Just because he wore a mask don't make it newsworthy. He wore a mask, get over it, let's move to the next subject. Why is it newsworthy? Because he wore a mask because he told everybody in the country don't
I
really
don't
have
know.
to wear
I
it.
want to know what they're going to do about our second stimulus package. I don't care about that.
You don't care about that?
No.
Okay. So some of my co-hosts don't care about that subject. So we're moving on to the next subject. So the Supreme Court struck down this week, the law, the Georgia abortion law, the heartbeat bill. Said it
Yeah,
was
you was going to
unconstitutional.
do that.
It was unconstitutional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell me what to do with my body.
Explain what the heartbeat bill
The
is.
heartbeat bill. So the heartbeat bill basically says a woman cannot have an abortion after
Yes.
6 weeks
If the baby has a heartbeat.
if the baby has a heartbeat, which is 6
Okay.
weeks in.
Well, the baby, okay, so let's clarify. The baby has a heartbeat, but you can't, it doesn't register on a sonogram until 6 weeks.
Correct.
And,
So-
and I think a lot of the complaint was a lot of people don't really discover they're pregnant until
6 weeks. 6
6
to 8 weeks.
Okay.
To 6 8 weeks, they don't realize they're pregnant until that time.
Okay.
So that's
So-
what the fight was about. Because I think another state tried to pass that same law and make it very strict. It's one of the strictest abortion laws because basically they don't want Republicans don't want abortion. Period.
But Republicans don't want to wear masks at
Either.
Walmart.
Exactly,
Jesus.
which makes no sense.
It's unconstitutional. I shouldn't
Well, my
have
whole
to wear a
thing
mask.
is that if they had passed this bill, I was just trying to see how this would work.
It was a fight. It was a fight.
So,
It was a fight.
okay, so they passed the bill, and somebody is raped,
Gotcha.
okay? And they're dealing with all the traumatic things that have happened behind the rape.
And that was the question they asked.
And
Was
then
rape.
so now I'm 8 weeks pregnant because I didn't know I was pregnant because I'm stressed out.
Yeah, because you didn't take no
Okay?
pregnancy test.
I didn't take no pregnancy test or
just stressed.
anything like that. I'm
Because you went to the
stressed.
hospital the night you got raped, and you went to the hospital the night you got a rape kit. you didn't take a pregnancy test that night because you wouldn't know that night.
So now I got a baby to remind me of the rape.
Exactly.
Who gonna take care of that baby?
And then the Republicans don't want you to be on welfare because they said the state has got to take care of all these kids because single mamas don't want to take care of them. So Republicans don't like that.
Yeah. So figure it out.
Right. So I'm glad that somebody has some sense to veto that law and make sure that, you know, we as women still have the right to choose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, wonderful, wonderful one. Yes, that's wonderful. So, that being said, I'm going to this subject, and then we're going to delve into a subject that I didn't write down, but everybody knows is going on. So, we're going to talk about I read a list of stores that are now requiring everybody to wear a mask. So, this subject is about to jump into our other subject. So, I wrote it down because Walmart decided early on this week that all 5,000 of their stores are requiring people to wear masks. So I've seen on the internet, I've seen the videos, I know some of y'all seen those videos where people are pulling guns on Walmart people and fighting and trying to beat people up because they said, you trying to take away my rights to wear a mask in the store.
I just said I feel like it's like no pant, no shirt, no shoes, no service. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's no different.
Hey, I like how you put that. I didn't think of it like
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
that's
you
awesome.
conform to that, then why can't you conform to wearing a mask? Well, why are you trying to say you can't? You take my rights away.
You know why? Because politicians made it into a political thing. So all
Right.
these political people are like, oh, I shouldn't have to wear a mask. Da, 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 da.
But that's so stupid. I mean, it really doesn't make any sense. I mean, just there's so many other places that you could go shop. Go shop at Piggly Wiggly. Go shop at Winn-Dixie. They ain't requiring masks. Go shop
Win
at.
Dixie. When the last time you seen the Win Dixie in Georgia?
Go shop at
Dixie.
Aldi's.
That's-
They don't
she went way
require you to wear no mask. Go shop at Food Depot. They don't require you to wear no mask. What's the issue?
So there was a list of stores that I read off, and I should have kept the list. I should have kept the list. And I know in fact CVS, Walgreens, Apple, Publix, Kroger are all requiring people to wear masks to come in the store. I know those are a few of the
Well,
stores,
just go to the corner pharmacy
You know-
if you need your
I'll tell you what,
supply.
that doesn't.
which is CVS and Walgreens.
Like a home owned.
Where in a small country town? That's the only place you gonna find that.
Yeah.
Well,
So with that being said, with Walmart, because this happened early in the week, with Walmart being said, you know, the mayor of Atlanta was decreed that the city of Atlanta had mandatory masks. So yesterday, the governor said that all cities cannot. What is it? What I forgot the
can't
legal
they
term.
can't mandate.
They can't mandate mask wearing. So a lot of cities went on the news, such as Athens, South Fulton, Dunwoody, who are all trying to mandate masks, said this is ridiculous that the governor is politicizing masks. He's saying you have an option to wear a mask. Now, the problem with it is we watched the news and we saw it. It said nobody's going to be the mask police. You're not going to have police officers sitting there and say, you're standing outside. Why don't you have a mask on?
Right. Or, I mean, so my thing is, the only way that they could have mandated it is by saying that police could write you like a citation.
And they weren't going to do
Like,
that.
but my thing is, okay, you get a police officer who will write you a citation for jaywalking. It's the same thing. Jaywalking, mask, you know, non-mask usage,
Yeah.
and make the ticket $25,
Yeah. And that's
and
the
that'll
issue.
help the economy.
And that's the
Extra money in the
issue.
economy.
That's the issue. The
That's
mask.
extra money in the economy.
The governor say, "Oh, I suggest you wear a mask." Cities want to mandate the mask, but you don't have to. He said they're infringing on people's rights. So, come to find out today, I've never heard this in my life. I've never heard this in my life, but I heard it today.
It's so stupid, really.
And you know it's funny and stupid because I was upstairs in my bedroom watching some Netflix. My wife called me out. She said, "Daddy, Daddy." My daughter came and got me and said, "Daddy, Mommy wants you." So I get downstairs and she says, "You watching watch this BS on TV. So she rewinded. She said, watch this. The state of Georgia is suing the city of Atlanta. Does that make any sense?
You know why?
How does the state of Georgia is suing the city of Atlanta? How does a state sue its city cap? I never
You know
understand
why?
that.
You know why?
Because
What's the
of
governor's
that.
name?
Kim.
Brian Kemp.
Brian Kemp trying to give Keisha Lance Bottom spanking.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
That's what it is. He's trying to give her a spanking.
Hey, no, real talk. If you want to go deep with it, I think it's because Kemp is not feeling the fact that Keisha is still in consideration of being VP of the United States.
I think that
It
too.
ain't even
I
that.
think
It
that
ain't
too.
even that.
And he trying to jam her up for her opportunity to be VP.
But it ain't. It's deeper than that. He mad because she like, I don't care about you suing me. I'm not afraid of that. Do what you gotta do. That's why he trying to give her a spanking. That's what that is.
Because she did. I saw her on the news. She
She
did
said, I don't
say
care nothing
the
about
city
that.
buildings. We're still going to require masks. I don't care if they're suing us. We're still going to require them to
Yeah.
have masks. And she wasn't going to ticket or arrest nobody for not wearing a mask. But you got all these businesses that are wearing masks, and also she's suing. They're also not because of the mask. Also, mask is part of it, but they're suing because of they're rolling back to phase 1 of quarantine. So certain businesses are upset
Because they can't open.
because they can't open or they can't have certain. Well, they didn't. She didn't close any businesses. She just rolls them back to phase 1 where you can only have
A certain amount of
a
people.
certain amount of
inside.
people or carry out food. You can't have people sitting down, which is phase 1.
Yeah.
You can't have everybody sitting down or certain people. So that's why they're suing and said infringing, and you can't override what the state says. So basically, he's trying to flex his power like his name is Donald Trump.
He got nothing better to do than to worry about.
What he
That
need
man.
to be worried about is the school system.
Yeah, but he's worried about the wrong thing, man.
You worry about the wrong thing. You want to talk about people not being able to go to work and do what they need to do. Talk about the online learning process that they're mandating for all
Yeah.
of the schools.
Well, it's not mandated. We're gonna.
Oh, no, it is mandated.
No, get the fact. We watched the same thing.
Oh
We
God.
watched the same thing. The state is not mandating.
Does Cobb County have a choice?
The state is not mandating. Each county, each board of education, each county is doing what they decided for their county or their municipalities. So, Cobb County has decided to do only virtual learning.
Online learning.
Virtual learning. Fulton County decided to do virtual learning.
Yep.
Douglas
Douglas
County
County.
decided to do virtual learning.
Look at
Only.
let me look alike.
It just came out because I had a conversation with our producer who has kids in Douglas County. He was telling me, I asked him, what you doing in your county? He said, oh, they're doing 4 days or 2 days or virtual. It's a choice. Now they don't have a choice anymore.
Nope. So
pretty
where are
much-
my freedoms?
So this subject is a lot bigger subject. So I had an idea and I wanted to talk to any of our viewers, anybody who sees this video later on. I want to do a parents only Zoom and Facebook Live 3 Clarks podcast and talk about schooling, because me and Wyatt had this conversation. We're on the same boat. We were expecting to send our daughter back to school. We understand COVID is a thing, but we want to send her back to school because that in-home learning. I'm not a teacher.
Yeah, not only that, but you know, for me, at the age of 8, which is our daughter, she'll be 9 this year. She'll be in the 3rd grade. It's a very critical year. They learn their times tables. They learn all type of things that are very critical to their success moving forward with education. So when you have a situation where that critical piece of learning is left to the devices of somebody who hasn't used or even knows the concept of how to teach that concept to another person, is, to me, is very ridiculous.
Yeah. So that being said, like I said, we're gonna save this conversation for a special edition of 3 Clarks podcast, talking about.
Monday?
We're gonna try to shoot for either Monday or Tuesday. We haven't decided yet. We're gonna if
Maybe
you're
Wednesday?
interested. If you're interested in joining in the conversation, I'm looking for parents. If you're watching this or you're looking at us, if you're interested in joining, we're going to do a Zoom call. We want to have some parents. I might even try to, contact somebody from the school board, of any school board, Cobb, Fulton, Douglas, Gwinnett. I'm going to try to get somebody on, but we want to just open this up to parents to just vent and just talk about it. It's not political. It's more about your kids. It's more about everybody's kids. So,
And
getting back to that subject that we were just saying about Georgia and Atlanta, one of our commented, our forever watcher, Mr. Dante, said, Brian Kemp, he's upset about a powerful black woman
Yeah.
that won't capitulate to what he says. I got
Yes.
that wrong. So what do you think, as a strong black woman, my dear, what do you think about Brian Kemp fighting with the mayor of Atlanta?
I already told you he's trying to give her a spanking. I already said that. Because that's how they do. Well, don't
That's
give
who,
me.
that's
Let-
who,
let-
who
let me-
does.
let me rule-
Wait.
let me-
Wait, who
let-
does?
let
That's
me
This is
let-
a family
show. That's how they do.
Let me
Who's
rewind
like,
that. I'm sorry. Not they. That's how people who get intimidated easily, that's how they do.
Mm.
Let me clear that up. Because for black women, and I can speak on this, whenever you have a strong opinion, whenever you
Get loud.
get loud, even look like you have any type of emotion in your facial expressions, in your voice, or anything, all of a sudden, it becomes a situation where people cannot, they can't handle it.
Mhm.
So when you have somebody who is not necessarily a strong individual,
Mhm.
and they feel that they have been intimidated or embarrassed, that's when they retaliate in this manner.
So, you're saying our governor of Georgia, where we live, is very intimidated by Keisha Lance Bottom.
Correct.
Because she about to be his boss when
That
she
right.
becomes VP.
Yeah, right.
That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting.
Right. And she's not the type of person, so like, okay, Stacey Abrams,
Uh-huh.
right? So Stacey Abrams, I feel like, is a little more like subdued. Like if somebody
But she has no position of power to do anything to say out there. So she
and I understand
so
that,
she
but
really can't say nothing. Like if she was governor or mayor or something,
now
or
she
senator.
was talking. Now think about this: when she was talking about the suppression of
Voter
voters'
suppression.
right,
Mhm.
right? So the way in which she communicated was not in a way of defiance. Keisha Lance Bottoms is like, you ain't about to tell me what I can and cannot do.
She's a leader of a capital
And
city
I understand what you're
in
saying.
a red state.
I understand what you're saying, but you asked why he's doing that.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm sorry, my bad. Okay.
Right, because
Go
you're just
on.
trying to refute what I'm saying.
Jeffrey, what you got to say?
You asked me a question, I'm giving you an answer, and you trying to tell me no.
I didn't try to tell you no. I just asked you a question. That's what this is podcast about, asking questions. Lord have
But
mercy.
you don't want to answer.
I want to
You
answer.
sound like Brian Kemp.
Oh, wow. Really? She just called me Brian Kent, really? That what she called me? Jeffrey, come on, chime in, because 3 o'clock, you let us fight all day long.
Yeah, I'm just watching y'all.
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of Jeffrey, so Brian Kemp and government and whatnot. If y'all have checked out the 3 Clarks podcast with Facebook page, Jeffrey and his partner, a friend, Jimmy Dickens from Amazing Cuts Barbershop, where they cut hair.
Well, they cut hair.
They cut hair and groom individuals. I was gonna say groom men, but they groom individuals.
Okay.
Went to the jail. So talk about your experiences in going. Not just. So let me rephrase that because I've said everybody always says jail. Cobb County Detention Center. Talk about your experience with that and Black Lives and government, because it all comes back to governing and what's going on in our city, state, county, and what's going on. Talk about your experience.
Well, we figured since, all what's going on in the world, we figure instead of complaining, let's try to make a difference. So, like, as far as the barbershop goes, we we're connected with the local police department, and we're always, communicating and, trying to get a better understanding of what we both could do to, bring the community together. So, we spoke with one of the sheriffs, and he told us, whenever you guys want to come down to the jail and inspect it and come visit, because they're such a big bad, they have a bad rap about the jail or the detention center being the horrible conditions and the prisoners not getting treated well. So we went. and
Side
we showed
note,
up.
with Jeffrey and Jimmy, they are not elected officials, are not currently running for office.
Nope.
They
Not
just work.
currently.
They're not currently running for office. They are citizens of Cobb County who are concerned about what's going on in their community.
Yeah.
So they're getting involved and they're putting it out there. So, we're going to get Jimmy on soon. We just got to
Yeah.
figure out the right subject, the right time. We're going to get him on the
Yeah.
show. But I just wanted that side note on saying they're going up there talking about this stuff.
Mhm.
And they're interested in their community. He left us for a little while, but he's back. Jeffrey's back in Cobb County.
my question is, what were the conditions like?
They were normal. They weren't bad. I mean, the place was really clean. It wasn't dirty like people, said it was. And it was. This was the last minute. This wasn't like a scheduled thing. They
Right.
told us you come whenever. And we showed up,
And it
no
was all-
notice.
And it was all good.
and everything was good. You had, and we went to the maximum security level. Like we didn't go to the minor.
Right.
We went to the maximum joint, and it was.
And it was in
it was
order.
great. Yeah, it had everything organized. It had the prisoners set up in different cell blocks. It was
But
it was great.
and that just goes back to us discussing police brutality and things like that. We never said, none of us on this show, that we don't want police. I mean,
No, I don't.
I mean,
the difference-
we have friends that are police officers.
Yes.
And we certainly believe that there should be law and order, because if anything ever goes down at my house, I'm gonna call 911 and I'm gonna expect that the police show up. So it's not even a point of, are police good or bad? I just think that they're getting such a bad rap right now. But for those who are not doing right, just like with anyone else, when you break the law, you do something that you're not supposed to do, all we're saying is that they should be prosecuted accordingly. And they shouldn't get special preferential treatment because they're police officers. And I think that's all anybody is really trying to say. I mean, all this defund the police department and all this, I don't think that that's fair.
No, that's,
I just think that they need to make sure that the people who are corrupt, just like with anything else, that those people are discovered and prosecuted accordingly. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to know.
So I at first they were talking about defund the police, and if you've seen those commercials with Trump, his about Joe Biden defunding the police, and you can't get anybody to come save you and help you out because they're defunding the police. I had to do more research. Defunding the police doesn't mean now. I don't like. I've seen people talk about abolish the police.
Right.
I don't believe in that.
No.
Now,
heck no.
defunding the police is a different story. Take away some of their funding. They don't need 5-6 armored cars in a
Right.
county that's had one SWAT incident in the last 10 years.
Right.
So, certain things like
right,
that.
you got a tank rolling.
You got a tank, right? Everybody, you got
Yeah.
3 or 4 tanks
So you
sitting.
got 3 or 4
That's,
tanks, and you in a town that got one street.
Exactly. You don't need that.
that's the
So I
biggest-
do believe in, making sure that people are taken care of and helped out when it comes to the police.
Yeah.
I think they just gotta be. I believe there's bad apples in the
Yeah.
bunch.
Yeah,
When it comes to black folks, there's bad apples in the bunch.
yeah,
When it comes to white folks, there's bad apples in the bunch.
yeah.
It's in that with everything. There are bad people everywhere. There are good people. Police officers do a job because they want to do a service and help their communities.
Right.
Simple as
And
that.
I take my hat off to them, because it's not easy doing the job that they do.
It's not easy at all.
And
It's not easy.
it's scary, and for the people who are married to them, You know, those people are stressed out, not
Yeah.
knowing whether their loved one is gonna come home. Police officers are people just like us.
Yeah.
They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like we do.
Yeah, so the conditions of the jail, I don't know what the conditions are like over there. Jeffrey said he's been there. You know, I know there's a contention when the election's coming up, so you got people talking about they're having bad issues, but I know some people have grudges of being in jail. You know, so you're in jail. You did an issue. So I don't know what's sad to believe. You know, Jeffrey's been there, but you know, he didn't have to stay there.
Yeah.
So, and then I know some of these issues that came up before were a couple of months ago. So they might have fixed the issues now. So it's the times, you know, and then police brutality and stuff like that. It's just like, you know, if you get arrested, go to jail, and you doing wrong, you gonna say something bad about that. They doing this to me, they doing that to me. You know.
I mean, that's
You know. So it's like I've had issues with police. I've been inside jails. And you know, I wasn't treated badly at all anytime I went, because I didn't disrespect. They showed me respect. I showed them respect. Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's respect. It goes around just like that. It's respectful. So you just got in all when it comes to social injustice and it comes to learning from your mistakes and making sure we all take care of each other. We just gotta do right by each other. I think that's the whole thing. You know, I know we went off subject. We talked about whatever on the Three Clarks podcast, and I appreciate everybody. But I do want to reiterate: if you are a parent and you have a child going back to school this fall, and you would like to talk about what's going on with these school systems, please hit us up at 3clarkspodcast@gmail, or message us on Facebook at 3clarkspodcast, or leave a comment.
And if you're an educator,
Educator, yes.
if you're a teacher
Teach.
or an administrator or a principal who, you know, is trying their hardest to come up with a good solution for the decision that was made.
Or you have a solution and you want to share that with everybody.
Yeah, you know, please feel free to reach out to us to let us know, because I mean, I can tell you, you know, as a parent, I have certainly given our vice principal and principal, you know, a lot of suggestions in terms of what I think should be happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's our right
Yes.
as a Cobb County resident.
Mm-hmm.
um,
As a Georgia resident, all.
to do so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure they're getting it from more than just me. I'm sure I'm not
They're
the
probably
only
getting
parent.
thousands and thousands of emails,
Yeah,
hundreds of
I'm
emails.
sure I'm not the only parent who's asking questions. So, I guess what I can say is that I appreciate that they continuously do respond
Yep.
to my messages, because they do respond within 24 to 48 hours. You know, it's just a tough situation for everyone.
Yeah, it's tough situation. Yeah, so it is what it is. So, once again, we've had a wonderful evening with everybody. I thank everybody for tuning in. You know, we're still working out a little bit of kinks here and there. Within the next week or so, Three Clarks Podcast will be available audio only on certain platforms. We're working on that, so we're gonna get that. We're still gonna do our live shows, or we're gonna alternate between the house and the studio, just to give everybody a different scene. But we're gonna have Three Clarks Podcast going on every Thursday night. Like I said, we're gonna try to set up this special edition with the parents and talking about schools, and that's gonna be our whole subject, all about the schools on that night. So, but thank you once again for tuning in Three Clarks Podcast. My name is Dwayne Clark.
I'm Shantae Clark.
I'm Jeff Clark.
And we are Three Clarks Podcast. Have a good night.
All right.